Tonight's curfew started an hour earlier than usual, and that will continue through the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. The curfew starting like tonight at 8 o'clock. Of course, there are some exceptions, including people who are working, those who need medical help, and the homeless. And one other important note, MARTA says that all services will operate on their regular schedule through Monday. Well, since last week, police have arrested 532 people during protests here, and that number, of course, could go up. CBS 46's Brittany Miller joining us live from downtown. And Brittany, it seems like a very quiet night tonight.
Very quiet indeed. I'm going to get out the way here as officers make their way towards the middle of the intersection here. This is the first night of the 8 o'clock curfew, and you can see what it looks like downtown, full of law enforcement. But that was not the case. We're just trying to stay out the way here. That was not the case earlier today. Go ahead and take a look at some video in terms of how we started the day. We want to walk you through today's protest on day 8. We had the hashtag Black Lives Matter band who really just came out and kicked off today's protest full of love, a celebration of the arts, and really coming together in solidarity. From there, protesters marched with a mission and they marched with a message. Hundreds of people really just walking throughout the streets of Atlanta from here at Centennial Olympic Park, making their way through Georgia State University and then coming all the way full circle. I'm talking hundreds of people, crowds of people coming back to Centennial Olympic Park, where they ultimately took a knee in a moment of silence for George Floyd. From there, though, we were counting down into the curfew, the first night of the curfew, which was 8 o'clock. We didn't know what to expect. We had no idea. We've seen nights where they deployed tear gas. We've also seen nights where they had discussions, like last night. When the clock struck 8 tonight, nothing happened. It was peaceful. Officers eventually did advance towards those crowds and have discussions and sort of talk them all the way to their cars, but there was no violence. The entire day was peaceful. Now, if you want to compare this to 1 week ago, this time last week, police patrol cars were on fire. Me, my photographer, Chris, and I were out here. We were tear gassed. We saw the Omni Hotel vandalized. We saw the CNN Center vandalized, just busted windows, shattered glass everywhere. It was a much different scene. And if you would have told me a week ago that it would look like this, I don't know if I would have believed you, but here we are. I'm happy to say that I didn't see any arrests today. There was no tear gas, and for the most part, or really pretty much the entire day, it was a peaceful day here in downtown Atlanta on day 8. We're live in downtown Atlanta. Brittany Miller, CBS 46 News.